Where's music? Stand is going. Hello everyone! I'm not doing the starting soon thing this time because that banner is broken. So you're gonna have to bear with me while I sort everything out. Firebot's not working. There you go. That. Once upon a time there was a... And we have Firebot. We have chat. We have chat. Adhesive Wombat is the artist of this song. I very much like it. And it's been my starting song for quite a while. And there's a couple of other ones that we do. I'll do some last minute changes and then we can start. I'm a streamer, I'm supposed to say literally everything that happens in my life, right? Like literally all the things that happen. I'm sweaty, it's warm, my nose is itching. This is how it works, right? Chat? Chat? Hello? Chat? Anyway, what we're doing today is we're gonna dig into a couple of platforms that, you know, tell you that they'll teach you how to code. Because that's important. That's important to be able to do. Hey, Josh. Pokemon Josh. Yeah, we're looking at a couple of coding tools, like not Codecademy because we did that one before, but Exorcism, Code Wars, Codex, which I'd never heard of before. I'm going to look at a couple of these because honestly what we're finding is obviously AI is a thing in a lot of sectors, very much in coding. There was a Polish person. Understand a tiny bit so that my music isn't too distracting for people. A Polish person apparently beat the like the super fancy model that OpenAI brought to that competition. I believe it was in Japan, and they did a 10-hour coding competition. Essentially, a really difficult heuristics problem that they had to solve, and the Polish person won fairly. And was extremely tired, like, after the fact. Like, you need to understand, like, a lot of these things, like high-level coding, high-level chess playing, things of that nature, these people lose weight through the sheer force of thought. Like, they think so much that literally their entire body just wastes away, as it were. You'd think that's not really a thing, because obviously there's not a lot of calories being burned, but there absolutely is. It's, they're not moving, but they're moving. They're definitely making moves. And this guy, yeah, he beat the AI, but I think more and more often what we're seeing is that a lot of people don't care anymore. Like, they'll just ask the AI, and then the AI will give them what they need to know, and then they'll just sort of, okay, looks good to me. And a lot of people, particularly people who are self-taught, are giving up at that point. They're just essentially saying, hey, AI is now better than anything I could ever do. I should stop learning how to code. I don't think that's necessarily true. Because what AIs are super good at is selling you completely plausible sounding bullshit. And that's the danger. Like, it's essentially what used to happen with the Dragon dictation. Like, sometimes it's like 90% accurate. I don't think AI can really boast that quite yet, but Dragon dictation at some point boasted that statistic. I think they were like 90 or 95% accurate. And the danger with that, like, little 5% is that when sometimes you're just not paying attention anymore, you're just rattling off your stuff for it to type, you stop paying attention to what it's actually doing. You just sort of start relying on it to such a degree that you think it can't make any mistakes. And I did that once for my graduation thesis, actually, and it was fine for the most part, but then when it did fuck up, and it did do it a few times, it were some really weird looking errors. Like, I of course, I used a proofing program, I used a spell checker, but these things aren't picked up by spell checking because they make vocabulary and grammatical sense but they make no semantic sense. Like, it's hard to really give good examples because this was a Dutch report, but the word portrait in Dutch is portret, and the word report is rapport. The word became in Dutch is werd. So when I said het rapport werd, the report became, the dictation put het portrait. Or when I said laatste iteratie, the final iteration, it made it into naaste relatie, which means as much as next of kin, or more like close-knit, like close relationship, like a person you know well. So it's like, that is not wrong words. They are words. They exist. They make sense in some lexical context. But I got an email back from my teacher saying, "Listen, good report, but some of these sentences make no sense. What are you trying to do here?" And yeah, that was my wake-up call, to be very diligent about what you put in a report, be it voice dictation, being AI. Like, what we're seeing with AI now is that college students will just like do essays where literally it says at the top, "Sure, I can write you an essay about XYZ topic," and it's like, really? You couldn't take the 5 seconds to at least read it over to make sure that it's actually not just making, things like that. But yeah, having said all that, there is a bunch of things you can do to learn how to code. Like, the age of the textbook, I fear, is dying a tiny bit. Like, the textbooks are just not coming out fast enough for it to really make sense. And that is weird because video courses are all the rage, and they're a lot harder to edit and, like, record new bits for. I guess you do have the, you can have, like, an errata page, or, like, you can put, like, updates in the video description and then say, "This is no longer how it works, you should now do this." And I've seen that in several courses. But video courses seem to be all the rage where this is concerned for coding. And that's odd, because coding changes very, very rapidly. Like, anything, this used to be true all the time, but anything you do. Let me put, if I'm gonna waffle on for a few minutes, let's put myself in a proper, there. What I was saying, yeah, so what's happening is that a lot of these tools come out at the speed of light, like AI tools, coding tools. I wrote some documentation for a couple of GitHub things. I'm pretty sure it's already out of date. So it's like, it's hard to keep up. And these tools, I think a lot of them that we're going to be looking at, exorcism, code wars, things like that, like, they sort of focus on the absolute underpinnings of coding. So there's algorithms, data structures. Those things tend to not really change that much. Like, the need for them, some people might argue, does change, but they don't generally, like, change as in, like, not a new algorithm or a new way to do an algorithm isn't come up with every week. That's just not how it works. Frameworks, absolutely, like, all sorts of things change, but these basics generally stay the same. And I think they are very important to be aware of if you're going to do any kind of coding, even if you're using an AI, because you need to test what the AI is giving you against these algorithms and against these basic knowledge things. And if we're on the web, where algorithms are less well represented, we don't really see them very often there. A good example like that is sort of analogous to this is where we see a lot of developers now who know React, they know Angular, they know JavaScript. So they know how to work with components, they know how to work with component libraries. But then when you ask them a basic HTML question, which is, what these components eventually spit out, they'll have no idea how to answer your question. They'll have no idea how to implement an HTML-based suggestion. You need to put it in, like, React terms or Angular terms. And that's very dangerous, because for accessibility, HDMI, well, that too. The HTML is really important for all sorts of reasons. Like, if you don't have your HTML straight, no accessibility either. So, having said all that, let's look at a couple of these and see how bad they are. Let me put the screen back up. Wrong one. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. Turn the music off. I have a list here. We're just gonna go through them randomly, and we're gonna just pick a random one and start with it. Let's have a look here. Codex. I'm very curious about what Codex is, because that is a new one to me. I'm very curious what it's teaching, what it's going to teach us. So let me pull out the old Chrome and put it in our view so everyone can see it. Okay. You get a new. We'll go to Codex.io. Here we are. I shall put it on the screen. Let's use the Fedora window. Fedoras are awesome. Alright, awesome. Codex. Start your coding adventure. So amusingly, now I see it in context, the title bar. Codex, the E in Codex has an accent on it, which means they're definitely going for like a Pokédex riff-off, like it's a X for code things. A wild if statement has appeared. Like, I'm wondering what this is going to be. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can see that. So beautiful, we can start. For now, let me just go through this myself. I will read what we see, and if there's any like need to put... Actually, do we want screen reader? Let's just have the screen reader. Why not? Put it down a bit. Slow down, brother. Slow down. Slow down, brother. Slow down, brother. A bit too fast. Yeah, there we go.
Level 2 graphic coin level 2 graphic coin logo.
Coin logo. We got a coin logo. That's the alt text for this particular image. Let's see what we see.
Level 2 same page Codex.
Codex.
Learn. Practice. Build. Community. Pricing. Clickable. Sign up.
Sign up.
Python intermediate. Python NumPy. SQL. Gen. AI.
Okay, that looks like a bunch of tags.
HTML, CSS. JavaScript intermediate. JavaScript. React. P5.js.
No, these are all
Node.js.
paths, I guess.
Command line. Git and GitHub. C++ Java data structures and algorithms. Main landmark level 1 Codex. Start your coding adventure. Star operator.
Star operator. Star operator is an emoji description. That's just an asterisk, like a fancy looking times symbol, basically. No, times is X. What's asterisk? Yeah, asterisk is mathematical times, so it's like a star.
Codex is a new way to learn.
Codex is a new. Let me learn this.
Speech mode off.
Codex is a new way to learn code for kids and adults alike. Journey through a fantasy land of Python, HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Earn experience points XP to unlock new regions and collect all the badges at your own pace. Start your adventure today. Okay, so definitely very Pokemon-esque. Okay, we have a fantastic alt text here. The alt text for this particular image below here is...
Graphic banner text image.
Banner text image.
Speech mode off.
That is very helpful. Let us see what it actually says. It says, start your coding adventure. So this looks like just a banner for the text that we already have up top in the heading. This would be a decorative image. We don't need to have this alt text here. The most fun and beginner-friendly way to learn the code. Okay. Get started. There's a button that says get started, supported by CSTA. I'm not sure who those guys are. Learn the code with fun, interactive courses handcrafted by industry experts and educators. Popular web development. I mean, I would assume so. Data science, tools. Okay, these are categories. Notice that these are
clickable web development.
Like they don't have a role, so I don't think you can actually get these with the keyboard. Let's try.
Open intercom messenger. Codex. Start your coding adventure.
Okay, the cursor is all the way hanging out at the bottom of the screen for some reason. Let's scroll up.
A TJ. Advocate of build, learn. Intermediate Python.
All the clicks and bips and boops are a bunch of substitutions. When they're important, I'll explain what they mean.
NumPy.
These are links.
SQL, Gen, HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
The higher pitched voice is a capital
intermediate.
Indicator. That are capital letters.
React P5.js, Node.js, command line, Git and GitHub, C++, Java, get started.
Yeah, we saw these. So there's a get started
Course
and
banner
then
image, course, Python learn programming fundamental.
We skipped right past
supported by speech mode off.
These categories here. The popular, web development, data science. I'm assuming these are filters, but to the keyboard, they don't exist. And this is exactly what I mean with people not knowing how HTML works anymore. If I were to indicate, hey, these aren't keyboard reachable, you should fix that, I probably need to explain down to like the level of you need to add these exact properties to these exact things and these exact components to make it not do that anymore. It's in the work I've been doing with various companies over the last few years, this has very much been a theme where I need to explain, hey, it's broken, and here's why, and then it's like I get questions about, okay, but how do we fix it? I'm like, you should know at least a tiny bit about how you would fix it, because this is HTML 101. This is where you should start when you start your coding journey, and people just aren't doing that anymore. People jump straight into JavaScript and React. And this is not even a like get off my lawn kind of rant. It is just I'm noticing that the quality of the work suffers because of it. Let's see. I wonder how good AI is at that these days. We'll have to see. Yeah, the first course has a alt text of course banner image. Again, if you're going to do that, just leave it out. Because the course itself does have a name, and it is Learn Programming Fundamentals such as variables, control flow, and loops with the world's most popular and versatile coding language, Python. Beginner. And then these have, let's see,
speech mode talk.
These links are the names of the links included.
Course banner image graphic, course, Python Learn Programming Fundamentals such as variables, control,
yeah, that whole
speech
thing,
mode
that
off.
whole card is essentially a link. Okay, so let's do that one. Let's do Python. We are now learning Python on Codedex. We have a couple of things here. Let's see. What is it gonna do to us? Let's see. Yeah, learn programming functions. We saw this blurb of text, and then it wants us to start learning for free. Okay, we like free things. And below that, there's an image with the alt text.
Clickable graphic 1. Level 2 Hello World. Learn how to write your first line of Python by printing messages to the terminal.
I'm not entirely sure why we don't just put the number 1. I'm guessing this is a very fancy looking one for level 1 or super 1 or massive, awesome 1. Okay, so there is start buttons for these. There are also link buttons. Again, that makes no sense. Links and buttons do very different things, but these are link buttons. So we have exercises within this, and then we have something called a pattern. We'll have to see. And these are still locked with the buttons having a 3 question marks labels. Not really sure what those do yet. Let's this is very Duolingo like in a sense where like you have to unlock things before you can do other things. Let's just start with the start learning for free button. See what that does. Codedex 01 setting up. Now let's have a look.
Speech Salts beginners. Level 2 graphic coin logo.
So that's a heading level 2.
Level 2 by level 2 slash.
That's the shorthand that I'm using.
Level 2 Hello World.
Hello World.
Learn. Practice. Build. Clickable.
Can we go to the first bit of the actual thing quickly with a 1?
01.
Yes, we can. Okay, so heading 1 is neatly covering the main content. Good job there.
Level 2 Python. Welcome to the first chapter of the Legend of Python, Snake.
Thank you. There's a snake emoji. Very, very youth-friendly.
The programming language we are learning is called Python, created by a developer named Guido van Rossum in the early 90s.
Yeah, and he was a Dutch guy. He's still a Dutch guy, but I'm not sure if he still lives here.
Unlabeled graphic, battle.
Unlabeled graphic, battle. Well,
expand image. Python is designed to be easy. Unlabeled graphic, battle.
We have a description
and here unlabeled graphic
of the battle.
Retrieving description using GPT-4 Omni.
Because apparently we were not blessed with alt text.
The image features pixel art characters on the dark background. There are 3 human-like characters and 1 creature. The first character on the left is wearing a helmet and holding a shield. The second character has purple hair and is holding a staff with a blue sphere at the top. The third character wears a red bandana and seems to be brandishing a weapon. To the right there is a green snake with red eyes and a forked tongue. Snake with red eyes.
Okay, so that's our party and we're gonna fight the snake. This is very odd.
Expand image. Python is designed to be easy for us.
Designed to be easy for us to read, which makes it perfect coding language
beginners.
For beginners.
It's also super versatile and used in the following areas.
Exactly.
With 5 items: bullet data analysis and visualization, bullet artificial intelligence, bullet machine learning, bullet web development, bullet and more. All the code we write in this course will be in Python files with the .py extension, and we write them inside a code editor.
Okay, so the first question will then be, is the code editor going to be accessible?
A code editor is a text editor where we can write and execute code.
Or are they not going to give us the browser-based situation?
There's a code editor on the right side, created just for you. Backhand index pointing right.
There is. Backhand index pointing right. Some of these emoji are very long, verbosely described.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try.
Level 2 instructions. Copy and paste this line of code on line 3. Print hi.
Print hi. I'll just type it, thank you.
Clickable. Then press the run button and wait 1 to 2 seconds.
Okay, so here we
Clickable.
have a button, which I'm going to assume is a copy to clipboard button.
Graphic.
It's just
Retrieving
a
description.
visual icon. Let's see, what does it look like?
The image is an icon of overlapping squares with rounded corners on a dark gray background. The squares are outlined in a lighter gray and appear to signify a copy or duplicate function.
Okay, so yeah, this is an icon that you need to know is an icon of copy. If you don't know that because you're blind or because you have some kind of reason why you don't really think in images or you don't just know this icon to mean what it does, this will be very arcane looking to you. Let's press the button, see if we get any feedback for copying this line. We don't. Okay. So pressing the button does nothing for screen reader users. It's now on the clipboard, I'm sure. I'm sure there might have even been like a yay little toast that says, hey, I did it, I copied it. But we don't get to know that as mere screen reader users. So that's a points I'll take off for them.
Then press the run button and wait 1 to 2 seconds.
Okay.
This should appear in the terminal window if you did it correctly. Hi. Clickable. You are now ready for the journey ahead. Circle all but upper left quadrant filled. Circle all but upper left quadrant filled. Star.
Circle all but left quadrant filled. I'm guessing that's supposed to be some kind of arrow.
Press the check answer button and then next to continue.
Press the check answer and then next to continue. Well, let's first see if we can even get the code editor work.
Happy coding.
Happy coding, thank you.
Level 3 help.
Oh.
Clickable graphic alert infographic. Progress not saved. Clickable get a hint.
Okay, again, clickable get a hint. Clickable indicates generally that the keyboard, there is no role for this element, so there is no keyboard support for it either. Keyboard users cannot get hints because keyboard users suck and you need to be a mouse user to matter in this world.
Show hint.
Okay.
Get a hint.
Okay, that's not entirely true. There is a button you can
show
tap
hint.
to actually, but that is unfortunately a lot of the time how it does tend to go. So I'm not gonna take my words back. Sorry.
Clickable walkthrough video.
Yeah.
Watch video.
Walkthrough video, which we can also click on with a button. There's a watch video and then there's a walkthrough video, which I'm assuming is just clickable text. Maybe clicking that text will also trigger the button. I don't know.
Graphic. Bot logo.
There's a bot logo.
Level 2 done with this exercise. Click clickable. Level 2 done with this exercise. Click check answer to continue.
No, we're not quite done because I haven't seen that.
Clickable graphic Python logo. Script.py.
Okay, here we are.
Graphic run button.
There's a run button, which is inside a button. So it's a button with a graphic in there that has an alt text of run button. This is essentially duplicate content. You don't need to put button in the button because the button's already a button. The button. So really run would have done fine here, or just an ARIA label of run, or some other way of indicating this is just the button that runs things.
Run. Graphic item duck.
Okay, we have a couple of buttons here that don't have descriptions.
Graphic.
This one, for example.
Retrieving description using. If I'm unable to view the image you uploaded, please.
Oh. Well, there's a couple of
graphic
buttons
item
here that don't seem to do. There's an item duck.
Graphic item duck. Graphic item duck. Clickable. The editor is not accessible at this time. Press Alt plus F1 for options. Editor has autocomplete multi.
Okay, so this is Monaco editor from that message. I'm also pretty sure that we should be able to...
GeForce.
Oh no. Alt F1 sometimes also triggers NVIDIA.
No objects. Object. NVIDIA. GeForce. Cadedex.
Question is, did it work?
NVIDIA.
No. Can I trigger accessibility some other way?
Windows print. Printer Microsoft print.
No, doesn't look like we can. That is unfortunate.
Out of editor clickable. Terminal. Clickable. Level 2 Cadedex spot.
Let's actually see. Can we type? Is it working? No. So Alt F1, particularly because of the way my computer works, is triggering an overlay, and I can't get Alt F1 to actually fire to the right window. This is becoming more and more of an issue with these overlays that just do shit.
Ops 30 Google. Cadedex. Sorry, a lot of.
I'll have to see if I can sort it out.
NVIDIA. GeForce overlay.
Get lost.
Cadedex 01. Setting up. NVIDIA. GeForce overlay.
Okay, it brings it. Can I kill it?
Cadedex 0. NVIDIA. GeForce
It comes right back. Okay, that's tricky. So yeah, this is a problem. It's a solvable problem. So what we have to do instead in this case is do what we used to do for these kind of situations, which is copy everything
out of the editor, change what's in the editor, change it in like another thing. I'm having it copied to Notepad just now.
Number right code below sparkling art. Number right.
And then we put the line that we actually should be putting in here just by typing it, and then we copy everything back. So this is not a problem with the tool. I mean, it's mildly in the sense that they could have probably made sure that the accessibility was on by default, but I have seen this happen before. The fact that we can't turn it on right now is very likely a situation because of the NVIDIA overlay. And I don't have the brain power nor the desire to go hunting for why that's happening.
Right,
so we're just going to deal.
Star number right code.
Take this code, paste it in here, one extra line, and we shall
run button graphic run. Unavailable.
You have to wait 1 or 2 seconds. Screen readers don't get any output about what's happening right now. What we do see is that the button for run grays out for a second.
Speech mode off.
For NVDA, that means it becomes unavailable, and then when it's done running, it becomes re-available. Except no speech tells you that. You only get that from the thing becomes unavailable. The thing becomes available again, but again, you can see this in Braille display, and you can also see this when you go back and forth, essentially, and check if it's changed status. Generally, that's not a huge issue, but it can be a problem if you really want to quickly see if something has changed. I am super quick checking something. Bear with me, please. Hello? I'm gonna make sure that we're not having any audio issues here. Am I kind of quiet? Is that just me? That is a interesting microphone.
Speech mode talk. Speech mode off.
Let me check something real quick. Something is not adding up here. Hello? Super quickly just checking if there's anything weird happening with some sources perhaps being doubled or something. Because yeah, it does sound rather odd. Okay, no, it is coming through the right thing. It's just sounding a little strange. Why is it so quiet, though? I mean, if it works, it works, but... Okay. For a moment, it seems okay. Not really something I can do much about. Very weird. Okay, well... We shall do with what we shall do. We have run the thing, so let's continue on with what we were doing. Is there any output for the
speech mode out of editor clickable
stuff we were doing?
Terminal.
Did we get there's a terminal.
Clickable. Level 2 Cadetix bot. Hi, I'm Cadetix bot. I'm a coding mentor bot built with GPT -4 waving hand.
Okay, so this is an AI telling us that we did it wrong.
I'm here to answer any questions related to programming, Cadetix, and much more.
Okay, that's great, but we didn't ask for you to be here.
For example, try to ask something like, with 4 items bullet, what are classes and objects in Python? Bullet level 2 rubber duck. Level 2, the legend of Python.
Okay, so rubber, what?
Level 3, hello world.
So right now, there's so much on the screen that I don't need.
02, hello. Variables, level 3 control flow, 01. Setting up level 1. Level 2, welcome to the clickable, the editor is not accessible out of a terminal. Clickable. Level 2, cadate click term clickable, clickable, the editor is not out of a graphic item duck. Graphic graphic run button. Unavailable. Run. Graphic click out of editor terminal.
Not be accessible.
Python logo graphic. Script.py. Run button run. Items up graphic. Items.
Using
The editor is
object
not accessible at
navigation really
terminal.
quick to see if we can
Terminal
see.
input.
Oh, look
Level
at
2
that.
Codedex spot. Clickable. Codedex spot image.
So yeah, the terminal is using some kind of terminal third-party component, and the terminal is actually inaccessible in the sense that we can't see the output of the terminal. That is broken.
Google Chrome. Speech mode off.
The way you fix that is to essentially use OCR. This seems to be the only way. I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. This is essentially where some people might give up. So basically, coding when you're doing it by yourself, when you're coding by yourself and you don't have anyone to help you to essentially code, what we're finding is that people get bored because you can't check your work. This was a huge issue. Let me really quickly move these sounds over so I only have them and you don't. This was a huge issue in a lot of programming things like Scratch as well as processing, where when people use these in university courses, the main issue was that people couldn't see their work. They couldn't see what they were doing. Like both in the sense that you couldn't read the code back, but also you couldn't essentially look at the work you'd just done. And the issue with that is that it just gets boring. Like, you're typing stuff into the computer and the computer does stuff for you, but you can't see it. And essentially that's what we're seeing here too. A large part of this game loop is essentially trying to work with a system of instant satisfaction, instant gratification. Hey, you did it, you did something cool. We told you what you should be seeing, and you're not seeing that. And yeah, in this case, that means that half of the game loop, half of the, I guess, dopamine rush of doing these is gone. And you also can't verify if you did it right. So this right here would also be one reason why people might just stop and not care anymore. It's an interesting problem to have. I'm gonna run an experiment real quick.
Am I still audible? Because if I am, then there's some audio snafuing going on. And I would have just fixed it. But that is, that's hard to say. I am. Okay, so yeah, there was a double audio source somewhere, and I don't have the time nor the inclination to figure out where it was, but we got rid of it. Wait, it's doubled now? It was doubled. The whole point of me doing this was that it would no longer be doubled. What the fuck, ski? Well, fine. There. How's that? Perfect. Okay, let's just leave it. Let's just rock with this for a while then. There's likely like a signal going into different directions. Again, it's warm. I don't want to go track it down right now. But this should be a lot better, like intelligibly. Okay, so we also have a bot right here on this screen that we can ask questions to, although I actually don't see a place to enter this question. So we have a lot of examples that we can do. Put the speech back here.
Codedex. Bullet how to create a table in HTML. Bullet what's Codedex Club. Level 2 rubber duck.
We got a rubber duck.
Level 2 The Legend of Python.
Not sure what the rubber duck does. Can we click that?
Level 2
Nothing. Okay.
Level 3 Hello World. Clickable 01, 02, 0, 0, 0,
and then here's all the exercise. These are like the entire table for this entire
speech mode off.
lesson block thing, as you were. And past that, there is the there is the previous and next button. There's a check answer button. Let's see if the check answer button at least can give us a hooray for if we did it right. So let's press the check answer button. A dialogue has come up. Not properly grabbing focus, but let's see what's in there. It says,
Level 3, your progress is not saved.
Your progress is not saved.
Your hard-earned 10
Your
XP
hard-earned
is not
10 experience is not being saved
Speech
right
mode
now.
off.
Sign up for a free account now. Sad characters GIF. Sad characters GIF. That's the alt text we're going with, guys. Really? No, we're not signing up. We're just test driving this. Close. The close button is not accessible in the sense it has no label on it. So, hooray, we did it. But it's not really anywhere on the page, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, so you have to find it. It's at the top, below the help. There's a "You got it" heading. Press next to continue. So again, with the instant satisfaction, instant gratification, instant dopamine rush idea of what these gamified ways of learning are supposed to do. As a screen reader user, I'd like to be like poked in the brain by the fact that I did it. Like this needs to be told to me. I shouldn't need to go find this. Again, if we look at Duolingo, those windows are way smaller. To be fair, like to start with, like they have only a few things on them at a time. But it is a lot easier to find out that you did it right. There's a little ding that goes off that says, hey, you did it right. There's a little sad ding if you don't get it right. It's used as an interesting interval in music theory. But this is nothing. There's just, yay, everything for the visuals, but nothing for the screen reader, nothing for the accessibility. Let's do like one more exercise on this one and then switch to the next one. See what the next thing would even be. Next. Hello world. Hello. Print. In Python, the print function is used to tell a computer to talk. No, it's telling a computer to write. Meaningful difference because computers can actually talk. Let's see. So the computer's not talking, the computer is writing to the screen. It might be pedantic, but if we're going to teach programming, we should probably make sure we're at least clear and consistent. This is something we are going to use a lot. So we're going to use a lot of printing, writing to the screen. There's an unlabeled graphic with the name wave. The message we want to display should be inside the parentheses and surrounded by quotes. You're going to need to explain what parentheses are. A lot of people have no idea what those mean. They can be double quotes or single quotes, but the opening and closing quote marks have to be the same. Fair. This is an example of a print function. Print, bracket, something, emoji, howdy, quote, bracket. Well, parentheses in this case. In the example above, we instructed our program to print a message. This resulted text was printed to the screen is referred to as the output. The output of this example program would be, well, computer, what would it be?
Speed waving hand howdy.
Waving
Speech
hand
mode off.
howdy, because it's a waving hand emoji. Instructions. Let's use our editor to create a new Hello World type program. On a new line, use print to output the message Hello World, and then run the program. Were you able to print Hello World in the terminal? I'm getting Dora the Explorer vibes from this. When do I get to say backpack? Backpack. Map. Boots. We did it. Why is nothing happening? Okay, well, Pokédex, Codedex is clearly aimed at like a... I wouldn't say it's aimed at kids. Like, it is somewhat aimed at kids in the sense that there's all sort of Pokemon references in there. I mean, some people learn best that way. You don't have to be a kid to enjoy these kinds of cartoony graphics and things. Accessibility is there-ish. Could certainly be improved. Might send them an email. Be curious if they'd be... Like, this sounds like a company obviously this could go two different ways. Like, this could be a company that really cares about teaching people how to code, and this is a labor of love, and when you pay them money, it goes into continued development and for them to eat, and then also things like kids' enjoyment, and that's really what they're doing it for. Or this could be a grift where they're essentially knowing that kiddie stuff sells, and therefore they're going to just use this kind of gamified game loop to get money out of people, basically. And if it's the former, I think they'd be receptive to accessibility's comments. If they're the latter, I'd have to wrap it up in a business sandwich, basically. So we'll have to see. I'll have to look into their social media presence, see what they're like, basically. See what they want to see. Want to seem as right. So that's something to look into. But I think we're done here. This is pretty much going to be the exact same thing. It's keep telling me that I have no progress being saved right now. That is fine. Let's move on to the next one, though, because we have like a 7 or 8 to go. That might be suitable. Interesting thing I want to go look at during my break is the viability of the platform Nebula. From what I'm understanding, Nebula is basically YouTube for people who want to put like serious educational, documentary, longer form, non-silly content up there, and I think some of the stuff that I do up here might help for that. But I don't know. This might be something to look at some point. Sounds like something we might get some mileage out of. I don't know yet. I'll have to see like what the exact deal is. I've seen a couple of creators that I would like to watch be on there. I know they also have a big horror following, so that's fun. The next one we want to look at least the next one I want to look at, I'm curious about, is boot.dev. We're going to develop some boots here, guys. Oh, there we go. So we go from saying backpack and nothing happening to something literally called boot. Boots! Let's go with boots. Let's go to boots. Boot.dev. Here we go. Okay, first thing to see is, let's turn the screen window. I didn't she knows. There you go.
Speech mode top.
Give me the back on so we can see what this page is doing.
Graphic to sign in and skip demo rightward arrow.
No, I don't want to sign in anything. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do, and I just wanted to look at your page without making an account first. Can we do that?
Level 1 learn backend development the smart way.
Backend development, bit of a dying breed, that. In the sense that a lot of like job adverts these days are asking for full stack development, in the sense that they're wanting an intern to do a senior developer's job for an intern's wages. I feel, because I think full stack is businessese for do everything we tell you, and don't ask too many questions a lot of the time. I mean, some people are proud to be full stack developers, and you can be. You can be legit good at the full stack, like, you know, the back end of this is what the database does, this is what the APIs do, and then the front end of this is what it makes it look all pretty. And there's a whole bunch of like form validation and like server and client side stuff happening. So sometimes that happens, but what I'm seeing a lot of the times these days in like the actual job market is that full stack means we only want to pay one person, but we have a fuck ton of work to do, and please go do it and don't ask too many questions. And would you do it for free if possible? Because that would be fantastic if you did. We're very grateful. We appreciate you. Thank you. Please no, don't ever go into these jobs. It's not worth it. Yes, it would look on your it would look good. It would look good on your resume. Still don't do it. It's a very bad idea. Anyway, learn backend development is smart.
Level 2, welcome to the most captivating, finger-flying, addictive way to learn to code.
Well, that's a bit of a self-captivating thing right there.
Demo the learning path.
Demo the learning path.
It takes
That's a link button again. What is it with link buttons in these things?
It takes 2 minutes.
Does it?
Graphic median, PFP.
Who is Megan and why do I care?
Graphic Daniel, PFP.
Who is Daniel and why do I care?
Graphic Theo, PFP.
Who is Theo and why do I care?
Join 641,033 students from companies like Graphic Google logo.
Who is Google and why do I care?
Graphic HashiCorp logo.
Who is HashiCorp and why do I care?
Graphic Stripe logo.
Okay, I'll stop now.
Graphic Microsoft logo. Level 2 mediocrity doesn't cut it anymore.
Wait. Why are people at Microsoft using a boot camp to learn how to code? Everything makes sense now. Okay, that's a bit of a low blow, I admit. Everything makes sense now.
Level 3, the only way to become a great developer is to write a lot of code.
That is true.
Avoid tutorial hell.
That is not true.
By writing a ton of code.
Avoid tutorial hell by writing a ton of code. Only do our tutorials. They are safe. They are not tutorial hell.
Stay motivated with a game like curriculum.
A game like curriculum. Oh,
Build
dear.
portfolio projects.
Okay.
To prove your skills.
I will say that's a good one. If you don't have a lot of experience to put on your resume, which a lot of people don't, the next best thing I would say is having portfolio projects on your GitHub. Or, well, I want to say that having a GitLab or Bitbucket account is okay too, but it kind of isn't. It's one of those things where like GitHub has, it's kind of like the Chrome of code hosting. Like, yes, Firefox exists, but everyone's using Chrome, so if you use Firefox, you're always going to be a little bit of an outlier, and that's true for all these things as well. Like you can use Mercurial on like a local hosted thing if you want, or a Jujitsu shell or whatever you want, but it's really GitHub that recruiters look at, and you know, if you want recruiters is a different story, but sometimes you do, and in that case you do want to make sure that stuff's on GitHub, so you don't have a random person trying to figure out what to do here. Yeah. So yeah, they go straight to the back end. This is very much a sort of pre-2000s. When did full stack become like the thing it is now? 2020 or so? Yeah, post-pandemic, I would say. Before that, full stack was a bit more truthful about like we actually do need a person that knows, say, Node.js as well as React, or Python, Django as well as Angular, or Rails, or .NET as well as Vue. These days, the stack is a mess anyway because there's so many layers. There's database, there's a caching layer, there's a CDN somewhere in the mix, there's Cloudflare usually, there is client-side stuff, but it may be actually server-side rendered stuff, so it comes from the server and then it becomes the client, and then it's a mess, okay? Like, no one really knows what full stack means anymore. But a lot of the time, like when I see, it's very similar to what I see for accessibility. I think I have a short on this even, like accessibility people who need to be like senior rockstar ninja designers or UI designers, and really all they do is explain what alt text does. So in that sense, do you really need 8 years of experience working with designers? No, because they don't have 8 years of experience working with accessibility people, so that's just going to be a thing. My WhatsApp, that's fantastic. Decline. It's so funny. I have Do Not Disturb on, but I still get like all the notifications come in sometimes. That's my parents. Don't want to call them. And I'm not gonna talk to them right now because I'm streaming. I'm doing the streaming. And now we're going to see that my parents are really good at calling me 50 million times, even though I declined the call. Let's see how often it's gonna do. My guess is gonna be on 5. Let's see if we go over 5. Okay, what else do we have? Build portfolio projects. So that's good. To prove your skills, delve deeper into foundational code. There it is again. Number 3. Decline. Into foundational concepts. Learn flexible online without interrupting your life for 1% the price of college. Oh, so this is they want money off you. Okay. To minimize your financial risk, meet Boots. Your program. There's Boots. Look at him. Chat has made learning to code faster, more fun, and more effective. Is that really true, though?
Speed graphic Boots.
Hey, Boots, how you doing?
Help, I don't get why my code makes the player's health go up when she's hit by the sword.
Oh, we're actually making making a game. That is actually kind of cool.
Graphic boost. Help.
I don't get why my code makes the player's health go up when she's hit by the sword. You put a minus where you should have put a plus, or the other way around.
Graphic boost. Star adjust wizard hat thoughtfully star. It looks like you used the wrong operator. Which one do you think will subtract from her health?
Okay, I do like the wizard thing.
Instead of adding the
Boots is a magician.
level, instead of adding the in your take damage function. Level 3. How does Boots work? Boots is an AI chatbot built on top of the most powerful models from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. He's integrated directly into every lesson and has full context about what your task is, what you're struggling with, and the instructor's handcrafted solution.
Okay, but does he know what your code is as well? Because it's cool that it's trained on the right solution, but really what you want in an AI bot is also that it can see what you just tried to do and tell you why that's wrong. I kind of hope it does that, otherwise it's kind of useless.
He's here to give you instant help every step of the way.
Why is Boots a male? Why is Boots a man? Why can't an AI just be an it? Sorry, like I don't want to give I don't want to ascribe souls to these things.
Speech mode off.
And why does it need to be a patriarchal AI? Why can't it be a matriarch if we must give it a gender? Or why can't it be I don't know, something else? Why can't it be like, you know, high-heeled boots? Or metal boots? Or booty boots? I don't know. Beauty boots. Why does it always have to be so mean? Why does it always have to be a guy? Booch. 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 Brooch to Booch. Boochy Brooch. Anyway. I think we're stuck on this a little bit. Boots doesn't write your code for you, and he doesn't just hand over the answers. Instead, he pushes you to think critically and actually learn how your code works. Were this to work well, I do actually like that approach. Like, I think what we're missing in education a lot of the time is the personal... Okay, this is going to sound a little weird, but the personal touch in the sense that what I'm often not seeing is that students can work and learn the way they work and learn best. But rather, everyone has to learn the exact same way. You follow the textbook, you do the exercises, you do the assignments, you pass. But, you know, if you're just dyslexic or you learn better with images, you learn better with audio or some other reason, that becomes a whole entire problem because now you're giving the teacher more stuff to do. They now have to essentially put personal attention into helping you do how you work best. And I think AI does have a lot of potential to offload that onto an AI bot that essentially never loses patience, is good at reframing things if it doesn't make sense to a student, and essentially is there until it clicks. And that may still be very frustrating a way to learn because you're talking to a robot instead of a human. But I do think there is a midway point there where, like, if the AI is actually good, which I sincerely doubt in this case, but if it is, I could see that being very helpful in educational platforms like this. I just don't know if it's going to be good. We'll see. Boot.dev is built for the next generation of AI-assisted programmers. Yeah, so I think at this point, even though AI is a bubble the size of Texas, I don't think we can go around the fact that AI-assisted coding is going to be a thing for at least a good while. There's absolutely research out there that says that AI-assisted coding is not helping anyone. It's actually slowing people down. And that is all true, but Microsoft leadership, Apple leadership, and Google leadership really wants everyone to use AI. And that's hard to go against. So a lot of people don't. Like I said, it's the Chrome thing again. If you can code without AI, you can be the last man standing to fight for the human condition. But you're going to be seen as a Luddite. And that's fine if that's your thing, but you are going to be seen as a Luddite, and that's a shame. Because I think people should have a choice in what tools they use and don't use, but kind of what happened like 15 years ago with the way a lot of .NET developers had to use ReSharper because it was the only way to code fast enough. And it was not accessible, so it was a whole issue that blind coders couldn't use that and had to sort of do without. And then I was lucky in the sense that I had a person sitting next to me that wasn't using it either at the time when I was coding at the time. But this was a thing for a while, and I think it's becoming a thing again, where you have to use the exact right coding model for the exact right coding need. And yeah, we may very well add a situation where every app now has a built-in like LLM to talk to you. Would you want that? I don't know. Apparently, we can join students, connect directly with them and others in our flourishing online community. 15.2 million lessons completed. They're already getting like post-AI Duolingo vibes from this. 90,000 courses completed. 3.8 billion XP gained. So you get XP, very cool. I earned my CS degree several years ago, but was unable to land a coding job. I've completed most of the learning path, and I'm ecstatic to report I've started my first full-time software engineering role. Woo! Good job, David Kennard. I am proud of you, David Kennard. Boston Technologies. He works at Boston Technologies in Tennessee. What? He works at Boston Technologies in Tennessee? Last time I checked, Boston was in Massachusetts, but hey, who knows? Knowledgeable developers in the boot.dev Discord helped me land my first job in just a month. Megan Astraus. Where are you? Strong Mind from Arizona. Okay, well that's all great. We have some stuff here that we can do. Blah blah blah. Bunch of things. Wrong heading level, by the way, but that's okay. A proven path to backend career. Why you don't still? You still haven't told me what you actually teach. Backend can mean so many things. Let's see, is that in here?
CC level 3, it takes most students about 12 months to complete the career path.
Okay.
Star source. Learn in-demand backend technologies like Python, SQL, and Go.
Python, SQL, and
Graphic
Go.
Python.
Okay, so...
Speech mode off.
Are those in-demand technologies? Kinda. Python's great for data visualization and data analysis. Go is a good overall language. SQL is good to know for any real thing, but are you going to teach Python as like a backend language for web? Because that is really, I mean, I like Django very much. It's a very great framework to work in, but it's very much considered a dinosaur thing at this point. And that's not bad. Like, definitely work with what works, and definitely like learn if, you know, Django or Python resonates with you. I'm just saying that there's not going to be a lot of jobs out there that use those particular technologies. Go is a bit more up there because it's a new shiny thing and people like it more. But then you don't see a lot of Go in development, in web development yet, I don't think. So it's an interesting placement here. Do they do Node.js too? Do they do React? Oh no, they don't do React because this is backend only. Right, okay. Okay, JavaScript is mentioned. Oh,
What is that, video game?
No, Tony, we're getting hacked.
We are getting hacked. I think my mom just followed me on... Mom just followed me on Twitch. Okay, hey, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it very much. What's your name? Hey, Monkey Man. Hey, Monkey Man. Hey, Monkey Man, what's up? Very much appreciate that follow. I hope you're having a good day. I'm a fully blind person, doing coding stuff, hacking stuff, tech stuff in general. I have a YouTube channel. I have a gaming channel on Twitch as well, and this is my I don't want to game. I want to just do tech stuff, and we're looking at coding environments to learn coding at this point. Okay, I see Docker. I see Terminal. I see Kubernetes. Git. Spend about 12 months if you're doing it part-time. There's no risk. Cancel anytime. We don't tolerate unhappy students. Ask for a refund within 30 days, and it's yours. Is that a legal thing? I always see 30 days. Is there like statewide laws where like it says you have to do 30 days? Is that a thing? Because over here in Europe, you have 14 days, I think, of are you sure you want to keep this product kind of time? And that's always 14 days, unless you offer more as a company, and at that point you're a nice person. But 14 is the minimum, and I'm wondering if this is 30 is also, because I always see 30 days. I wonder if that's like a Stripe thing or something. Software developers in the US earn over $100,000 per year. That's not wrong. Some do. Not all of them do. Some people really don't earn that much. But yeah, some software developers certainly make that. Following data is coming from the results of a 2024 Stack Overflow survey. Stack Overflow was on the way out back then, but sure.
Speed $170,000.
Okay, so backend developer 170.
100 Site Reliability Engineer.
Site reliability
166,000 Cloud Engineer.
166. Cloud Engineer
165. AI Developer.
AI developer
$160,000.
160. So an AI developer makes less money than a backend developer. That's an interesting metric.
Data Engineer. $150,000.
Data engineers even less.
DevOps Specialist.
DevOps
$145,000.
even less.
Front-end Developer.
Front-end
$135,000.
developer even less. That actually surprises me because front end's everywhere now.
Data Analyst. $100,000.
Data analysts only make 100,000 per year. That's still a lot of
Speech mode
money,
off.
but hey. Guess if you want more money, you should stop being a data analyst. Let's see. Some folks look at the job data and assume that front-end positions are the only option for new learners. On the contrary, there is big demand for back-end and data-oriented positions. Are you going to nuance that? If you like working with data logic and servers, you might just enjoy the back-end data-focused curriculum here on boot.dev. And similar to the front-end, most data and back-end positions don't require a specific degree from a university, but you do need to know your stuff. Okay, I'm going to nuance that a tiny bit by saying that yes, that is true, but if you want to focus purely on backend and nothing but backend, what you're likely going to be doing is maintaining legacy code. So if that's your thing, if you want to dig into old bowels of old code and fix a bunch of bugs and make sure stuff keeps running, absolutely, that is true. But the data doesn't lie either. There is certainly a leaning towards front-end jobs right now. Like, people apparently like the front more than the back at this point. And that does mean that it generally there are more positions for front-end. If you don't like front-end, I don't blame you. I don't either. But if you don't want to do just back-end, and you also want to add some front-end, you essentially become what's a proper full-stack developer, with a leaning towards the back end. And that's when, you know, we get into the weeds of a whole bunch of different definitions of what full stack developer actually means, and it becomes this whole entire thing that's been raging for 10 years now. No one really knows what to do with it anymore. So it's an interesting thing. Let's have a look at that demo path. Sign in and skip the demo. No, we actually want to see the demos. Show me thy stuff.
Clickable.
Okay, the first thing we see is a bunch of clickables, which means we cannot tap to them. That's not going to be in the keyboard order most of the time. Sometimes they can, but usually not.
Clickable, unavailable.
We have an unlabeled button that's currently grayed out. We don't know what it does.
Let's try a few less navigation
there's another
landmark.
button that's also unlabeled, but is available. I'm going to deduce that is
Unavailable.
a previous and a next arrow, but I can't tell for sure.
Let's try a few lessons from Learn to Code.
Lessons from Learn to Code in Python. It will take about 2 minutes, will it now?
Write some code.
Write some code.
Have a promo code.
I don't think that's what they meant by write some code. The promo code. Let's do the write some code button.
Navigation.
That does.
As autocomplete multi-line print. Welcome to Fantasy Quest. Print.
Welcome to Fantasy Quest. Okay, so this is an editor that does work with a screen reader by default. It's not Monaco. It just looks like a multi-line editor to me.
Print. Welcome.
We currently only have one line of code. It dumped us right into the code editor. Not usually a fan of that because screen reader users cannot see what's happening outside the editor if you're in the editor. So while you would do that in, say, a search engine to immediately start typing your search bar, this is not one of those situations. You do actually care about what's on the rest of the page here, which is not something we can see without actually jumping out of the editor
navigation
and looking at what's there for the rest. Let's have a look what they say about their own stuff.
Clickable expanded level 2. Let's build a game.
Let's build a game.
During this course, you will build features for a text-based RPG called Fantasy Quest. Expanded level 2 assignment.
Okay. Text-based RPG. A little retro. Certainly a little retro. But very backend friendly. I will say that. So backend friendly in the sense that you don't have to make any visuals. You don't have to make any pretty pictures. And like I said, you do have, probably at least, the instant gratification of I'm typing code and I can see the results right away. Not right away as in the website you're working on auto updates. I don't think. You're probably just going to have to do the thing where you submit it and then it runs it and then it get the results. So that might be a little boring for some people if you're used to something like Watchmon. But let's see.
With 2 items. 1. Press the gray play button, run button to run the code I wrote for you.
Press the gray... Okay, so that's a little confusing. What that is actually press the gray, then there's a emoji of a play button, then the run button, X to run the code I wrote for you.
2. Press the gold play
Press
button,
the
submit button.
gold submit button to run and submit the code. And that's also has a emoji in there for really no apparent reason.
Press the greater right arrow at the top right of the screen to go to the next lesson.
Okay, so I was right. That's the next and previous button.
Clickable as autocomplete multi-line print. Welcome to Fantasy Quest.
Okay, so the editor has no label. Can we type extra code? Will that work?
Demo.
Oh. Oh.
As autocomplete multi-line print.
Actually, we do get autocomplete suggestions. Very nice. And we get auto brace matching. So the screen reader doesn't tell you this because it has no way to. But on Braille, you can see that when I put that left paren in just now, the right paren joined it automatically, and the cursor was placed in between the two brackets. That is a thing a lot of code editors do for you, and if you don't know what's happening, you're typing keystrokes you don't need to be typing. Because I'm pretty sure that if I were to type a right bracket now, it'll just happily replace the one that was already there. Yeah, it does. So
right paren.
These are kind of things that you learn to deal with as you go. If I put one quote, it put the other quote right there. So now I can type this game is sponsored by IC. No. Please give me money. And now I put a bracket. So
submit.
There's a submit button.
Run.
There's a run button. They don't have emoji on the actual button. So let's run and see if we get any feedback. We don't. That's a shame. So again, the instant gratification here was missed. There is no sound effect indicating you did it right. And there's also no ARIA live indicating what you actually did just now. You have to go look for where the result went.
Clickable, press the...
Let's see if you can find it.
Click print. Submit. Run. Solution. Reset. Welcome to Fantasy Quest. This game is sponsored by IC. No, please give me money.
Please give me money. So it does show up, just not in a place where you can immediately perceive it as a screen reader user because you're still on that submit button a little higher up. You can actually fix that with the user script or that accessibilizer Chrome add-on by turning that region into a live region, but that's a little bit beyond the scope of this particular video here. Okay, so yeah, we did it. But is this considered wrong because I added more stuff, I wonder?
Click no previous.
Let's submit it.
Submit. Try again. Unavailable. Run. Submit.
Okay, so because I added more stuff, it doesn't like it now.
As autocomplete multi-line print. Welcome to...
Let me remove my stuff.
Print. Welcome to Fantasy Print. This game key. Print. This game is sponsored by IC. Line feed. Selection deleted.
So we got a little bit of extra feedback there because when you do that and it's wrong, the label on the button changes to try again, looks like.
Speech mode talk.
Briefly does.
Run.
Or is
Submit.
that actually...
Correct. You earned 200 XP. Unavailable.
Okay, so those fire as ARIA alerts. Very interesting. So there, you do get instant gratification in the sense that you do see your rewards come in right away.
Clickable assignment level 2.
Can I run this again?
Clickable as autocomplete multi-line submit. Run.
Yeah, so when you run, nothing happens. When you submit, something does. So that's kind of cool. They almost got it right. I would like to see that they also echo the actual output of the terminal, but I don't know. This is a good
Clickable
start,
welcome to Fantasy Reset. Solution. Run.
Okay, so we did it right. We got it right.
Clickable assignment.
And now we need to go find
during this
the
course you will build
unlabeled next
Let's
button.
build. Welcome to learn Python level. Let's build a game. Welcome navigation. Clickable.
I'm guessing it's this one.
Level 2 set a goal for today with a quest.
Okay, set a goal for today with a quest.
Level 3 complete your quest before it expires to earn bonus experience.
Before it expires, they earn bonus experience.
Accept. Graphic level 3 earn 250 XP within 24 hours. Easy. Unlock a common chest. Accept. Graphic chest level 3 earn 1000 XP within 24 hours. Graphic accept. Easy. Level 3 graphic accept.
First one.
Quest accepted. Graphic
Quest
chest.
accepted.
Level 3 earn 250 XP.
Puppies be barking.
Easy. Uncheck quest accepted. Check easy level graphic level 3 complete
so
your
now
quest.
we have a quest.
Level 2 navigation landmark.
Does that mean we hit
Clickable.
the wrong button just now?
Level 2 navigate. Start health equals 100.
No, it does not. Okay, so
Clickable fix.
that is the arrow, just has no label. Fix your first bug. All right.
Speech mode off.
The combat system in Fantasy Quest isn't working as intended. It appears that players are gaining health when attacked instead of losing it. I'm losing it. Ah! Told you, losing it. Anyway, fix the math bug on line 3. So we don't have line damage. We don't have line numbers in this, but line 3 should be easy enough to find. It says end underscore health equals start underscore health plus sword damage. Obviously, what's gone wrong here is you need to do minus sword damage. Otherwise, hits actually heal you, which is a very interesting concept in some respects. Don't touch below this line. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it. Sam takes sword damage. Okay, well, who is Sam and why are we getting them? Why are you getting them hurt? All right, let's submit and get that quest complete, shall we?
Correct. You earned 200 XP. Unavailable.
Hey, that means we did our quest right.
Run.
Pretty
Solution.
Sure.
Reset. Sam.
Ah, so this is actually kind of fun.
Clickable.
If you want to learn coding by coding a game, this might be fun. I have no idea how expensive this is.
Health when attacked instead of losing it.
For some
Fix
people.
Navigation landmark. Clickable assignment level 2 expanded.
So when do I get my chest?
Navigate sign in and clickable. Click up the console. Show level 1 the console. Navigate. Clickable. Clickable. Sign in and skip.
See what some of these clickables do. I just clicked on one.
Click on Let's try a few lessons from Learn to Code and write some code.
Oh, I got rid of it.
Have a promo code.
Write some code.
Demo the course.
Has autocomplete. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's boot dev. Boot dev is okay. Boot dev isn't great, but boot dev is not terrible either. I will happily take that. That's good. So we're about a 1 hour 50 minutes in. Let's do like one more for today because I have things to do. Honestly, I need to be packing and stuff. So let's do like one more. I also need to call my mom back apparently. Cause yeah, that's a thing. Let me super quickly see if there's anyone even still watching this bullshit. Oh, look at that. We got a couple people. We got like 6 people. Hello, 6 people. Some of you have seen before. Some I have not seen before. I'm not gonna call you out because I think that's a very mean thing to do. If you don't want to talk, I'm not gonna call you out. But I appreciate you all being here. This is super helpful. Let's do one more. Let's see. Did I write these down? Did I write? Yeah, I did. So we did boot dev and we did coding. We did Codedex. Yeah. So let's do MIMO because MIMO is again one of those things that is super gamified. Actually, no. Let's not. Let's close off with a biggin. Let's go exorcism. Because I remember that exorcism actually wasn't great when I looked at it last. I kind of hope they've improved. Let's go to exorcism. Okay, first thing I see.
Speech banner landmark waving hand learning to code. Check out our coding fundamentals. Course for beginners. Same page graphic excerpt.
Oh, don't mind
course
if
coding.
I do.
Bootcamp. Unlabeled graphic to get.
Where are we now?
280.
Exorcism.org/courses/coding fundamentals. Okay.
Tab control. Bootcamp. Select bootcamp.
Fancy.
Build rock solid coding fundamentals level 1. The ultimate way to learn to code. Go from 0 to confident in only 12 weeks.
You know what's funny is that all of these people think they're the ultimate way to code, but ultimate kind of precludes there being more than one ultimate. So which one's right? Who's the actual ultimate? Has an ultimate of ultimates competition been performed to figure out who gets to claim that claim? Aye. Okay, well that's good, Monkey Man. They're essentially saying that they appreciate the company and the comments on the websites. That they're not a huge coder, but they like it. That's good. I'm not a coder as such myself that much these days. I'm more of an accessibility professional that also creates content, does hacking, and codes now and again. But yeah, today we're looking into coding websites, so that's what we're topping. Last week we were doing what were we doing last week? Linux. We're looking at Linux things. I also have a video editing stream planned. I have a language learning stream planned. So there's a lot of different things happening on this. My desk is breaking. I just saw that. I need to get a new desk at some point. It's literally splintering. It's not good. It's warm. Okay.
The ultimate way to learn the code.
The ultimate way to learn. Go from 0 to confident in 12 weeks.
Video tutorials.
Video tutorials. I already don't like it.
Fun project.
Fun projects.
Helpful mentors.
Helpful mentors.
Bootcamp frame clickable play.
Bootcamp. Oh, bootcamp is a frame.
Progress bars M
That's
mute.
a video.
Progress play. Program
video
volume.
have
Use up
captions?
/down collapsed submenu. CC/subtitles.
It
Off. 1 of 3.
Something.
English. Auto generated. Not checked 2 of
Auto-generated
3.
captions, so no.
Customize submenu
it
3 of
basically does not have captions.
English. Off. 1 of 3.
That is sloppy.
CC/ collapsed transcript.
To be fair, I don't either. In my streams, I do want to see if I can make that better for my actual like scripted videos, because there's no excuse at that point to not do it. Yeah, I do want to make sure I have like proper subtitles on my videos. That's important. Okay, let's keep going. This is
Collapsed
a video.
submenu
I
setting.
don't really care about the video. I'm gonna skip it.
Google Cast. Picture in picture.
Google Cast.
Full screen.
Yeah,
Out of
okay,
frame
blah,
level
blah,
3 exorcisms.
Exorcisms super. Oh, Baba. Exorcisms secure.
With 64 items, perfect mixture.
We got 64 people. Oh my god.
Amazing value. My best time investment for years. Incredibly fun.
Really?
It's been transformative.
Transformative. That's a wrong it's. You need an apostrophe there.
You will learn the code. Learning as it should be. The best course I've done. Made learning a joy again.
Well, made learning a joy again. That smacks of something else I don't want to go into on this stream.
This bootcamp is pure gold.
Pure gold.
A wonderful learning
Does it
experience.
cost pure gold too? Let's
Don't
find
know
out.
where to start. Stuck
know
into
where
your
to
not
start.
level 2. Don't know where to
Stuck in tutorial hell? Tutorial hell has become this marketing thing. It's sad. Tutorial hell is absolutely a thing. Tutorial hell basically means you're doing tutorials over and over and over. You're copying the code, maybe you're even typing the code, and it just isn't clicking for you. Like, it's working. You're following the tutorials, and you can follow tutorials just fine. They work. But then when someone asks you to build XYZ, that might be very, very slightly different from a tutorial. You just sort of clam up and don't know how to do it. That's tutorial hell. And that's what all these people tell you they can fix for you, while giving you a gamified experience that tells you everything, like exactly what you should be doing every step of the way. So no, this will not stop you from going into tutorial hell. I don't think. Maybe the higher end things will be more difficult and will less handholdy. And I don't think tutorial hell is necessarily always a bad thing, because it is a good way to start. You just need to graduate from it at some point and start building your own stuff, which is tough. Stuff is tough. Anyway.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. If you've tried learning from other websites or videos and found it's not sticking, or you just feel utterly overwhelmed knowing where to start, know you're not alone. The majority of courses out there suck. They promise you the world and massively underdeliver. But we're better. They're boring, confusing, and they leave you feeling like you're not cut out for this. I don't know how to read. We made this course to fix that. If you're looking for something fun and creative, or you're learning by actually making things we support that you need it, then this might just be the course for you. I don't know why that went all southern for a second there. Hi there, I am Jeremy, and I've helped over 2 million people level up their coding skills. Please buy my YouTube course at youtube.com/$55 per month, please. Thank you. But in the last few years, I've seen a really worrying trend. More and more people are trying to learn to code.
Left parent. Partying face.
A partying face emoji in brackets for no particular reason, because marketing said that looks good. But they seem to be struggling more than ever.
Crying face.
A crying face emoji to indicate that we have done an emphasized contrast between two concepts. The word but already did that, but thank you for the emoji help. And they're struggling with things that should be pretty straightforward once you've been learning for a while. People just don't seem to be grasping the fundamentals. So I started reading around, could work out what was going on, and found a crazy statistic.
Level 3, 96% of people who try to learn
96% of people who learn to try to code give up.
Exploding head.
Exploding head emoji. This feels like... Do you remember on YouTube? I'm pretty sure this is still a thing, but it was a bigger thing a while ago, where all these influencers, like supposed influencers, this is important. Supposed influencers who have like maybe 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, make these courses that said, like if you follow this advice, you can go like 1 million plus subscribers easy. And you had to pay them money to get that wisdom delivered to you, and then people did because they didn't see or didn't care that they only had 10,000 themselves, and therefore it would essentially indicate that the course didn't really work that well for the person teaching the course, so why would it for other people? That's kind of how this feels to me. It feels very pushy. It feels very everything else is shit and I'm the king of the jungle kind of to me. Exorcism does have a good name, so they kind of can back it up a tiny bit. But this feels like a personal trainer having a serious boner for like whatever this is. I don't like it.
Speech mode off. Speech when I watch the most popular YouTube videos, yawning face, tried the best online courses, neutral face, and even paid my friends to try to learn so I could see what happened. A mix of loudly crying face, angry face with symbols on mouth, woman gesturing no. Dot.
What?
Use your words.
I dug into formal research, spoke to my friends in education, and pretty quickly came to a simple conclusion. Level 3, the way people are being taught to code is causing them to fail.
Yeah, you have the magic wand to make it all better.
If you want to get good, master the basics level 3.
You want to get good? We're putting gaming lingo in this now?
Which is why we made this level 3. We've made a different type of course, one that teaches you the fundamentals of coding different.
I want to see this magical super fudgy chocolate course now. Stop talking about it, let me see.
Focusing on what matters, taught in a way that makes what's on demand coding fundam front end with a 10
so
level.
So many headings!
Front coding fundamentals scientist, part 1 level 3.
And of course, even the headings have emoji.
Level 3, part.
Can I just tab to the bit where we're not
transcript collapsed,
anymore?
settings collapsed, Google Cast, picture full screen, bootcamp. Read the full versions here.
No.
Learn coding fundamentals, backhand index pointing right. Learn coding and front end backhand index. Ping us an email. Learn bootcamp. Let's get you coding.
Let's get you coding.
Speech mode off.
I hope not. That means my heart will stop. Enroll on coding fundamentals. Let's see how much we're paying for this. Great decision. We're really excited to have you. Come on, join us. Emoji name Bobby. Email bobby@bob.com. Choose a package. I don't want the new package. I like mine the way it is. Only this course, coding fundamentals for only the magistral, fantastic. Wait, doesn't say the price. Learn coding and build rock-solid coding fundamentals, perfect for total beginners or anyone who wants to build more solid fundamentals. The complete bundle, of course, you want the complete bundle because otherwise you're a beta. Is that what we call that now? Build rock-solid coding fundamentals and front-end web development skills. So we're going after the most common job position in the market, very markety, perfect for total beginners for anyone who wants to build more solid fundamentals. Continue to the course. Okay. So we haven't seen anything about what this costs yet. Let's do the complete bundle, just for giggles. Continue to the course. Please fill in this field. Okay. Okay, I'll put shit in. Nope, I'm still not there. Oh, we hit 5. We hit 5. Let's see if they call again. Some people, some generations, like really don't understand the concept of when I have declined a call a few times, I'll call you when I have time. I do get it. They probably want to go to sleep, but whatever. Name, Bobby. Email address, boppity@bob.com. Let's go to the course. Let's get you coding. I don't want to code. You're almost set up. Thanks for choosing to learn with us. We're really excited to help you learn coding fundamentals. Here's a reminder of what's included. Hundreds of hours of fun exercises and projects that will help your brain really master the fundamentals. Over 35 hours of teaching videos that you can watch back forever. I mean, yes, beautifully illustrated diagrams that make coding make sense. Yeah, that'll definitely help me. Thank you. That's really helpful. A specially designed interface that gives you a ton of tools to make your life easier and get you focusing on the bits that matter. I have my doubts about the accessibility and feasibility of this interface. Weekly sessions to answer your questions. A community Discord server and forum with okay, so if there's a forum and a Discord server, do you have the problem where like you never know where to go with what? An official certificate of completion to put on your resume. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay, another tutorial, another editor. What's the word? Testimonial. More testimonial. More testimonials. This is only, let's see, $99. Okay. Yeah, PayPal details, please. Or, yeah, so we are essentially in a Stripe thing now. Payment method, you can pick your payment method. So, yeah, we're not going to be paying, we're going to be buying this for this. Because it feels super scummy to me, honestly. I'm sure it's good. Like, I'm sure it's not entirely hopeless, but just the way it's being marketed immediately puts me off it. Can we do like a one assignment?
Sign up. Log in. Banner landmark level 1 get. Level 1 really good at develop fluency mentoring. Sign up for free. Explore languages. Graphic Exorcism is an independent, community-funded, not-for-profit organization.
Yeah.
Learn
okay.
more.
I just
Python
wanna...
graphic JavaScript 428,177 students.
Okay, let's do Python.
Python on Exorcism.
What can we do without actually paying?
Coding fundamentals. Clickable banner landmark. Want to learn and master Python? Level 1. Join Exorcism's Python track for access to 141 exercises grouped into 17 Python concepts with join the Python track.
Very cool.
Busy. Email. Enter your email address. Speech mode off.
Do I want to give them my email and password? Don't have an account? Sign up for free. Honestly, I don't think I want to. It's been, I think we've been here for long enough. Sorry guys, I'm a little lackluster because of just it's really warm in this room and I have a bunch of things to do still, so I think I'm gonna call it here. We'll do the rest some other time when I'm back. But yeah, this is a grab out of the grab bag that is coding tools. BootDev was pretty good. CodeEdex was okay, but not great. And Exorcism we didn't really get to see. Exorcism and Code Wars are definitely ones I want to check out because they were super popular when I was a student, like together with LeetCode. So I might do those three in like a separate stream, probably like in a few weeks. But yeah, and that's number 6. It's getting very annoying. Decline call. For now, I guess I have to answer a phone call. Oh, that's great. I have the beta and the regular WhatsApp on my computer, and I closed one, and now for some reason both of them are going off. Well, I guess we'll listen to this sound for a bit. In the meantime, let me see if there's anyone that we can raid. Hasn't been that good. I need to go find a bunch of people to follow so we can actually have like more interesting people to do that with. But you're welcome. Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm just going to call it for today. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, but then I'll be right back with new stuff. What did you think? What did people think of it? Was boot.dev good? It looked good to me. Okay, yeah, I might check that out like when I'm on my downtime. For the moment, though, this has been me. This has been you. I hope you had a fantastic time. I had a fantastic time. I hope you learned something. I hope I taught something. These things are important. And yeah, stay safe. Stay hydrated if it's warm where you are. Stay well rested and well fed if that's something you have to worry about. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic time.